When you think about animals associated with Valentine's Day, you probably picture lovebirds and doves, or maybe just cute and snuggly teddy bears. What probably doesn't come to mind are seals.
Yeah, and that's not at all to say that they aren't cute. We just don't traditionally associate them with this particular holiday. Well, that could change come this Saturday. That's because the MERR Institute, and you probably recognize our friend Rob Rector, a naturalist and protected species observer with MERR. Welcome to DelmarvaLife.
Yes, thank you for having me and give me the opportunity to talk more about our local seal colony.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
And we're going to talk about the fact that you do have seal skulls on the table.
I usually do that to all my dinner guests. Usually. That's a good conversation starter.
Well, let's talk about seals on Delmarva. Why do they come here?
Yeah, we are the southernmost spot on the east coast of these seal species for them to colonize. So it's a very, very fortunate location that we're in, and we've been seeing this, resurgence every single winter. They come out. We have gray and we have harbor seals. We also have other seals that visit, but those are the ones who colonize here, and they're actively pupping. So that means they are giving birth out there. So that means romance is in the air. So with our seal colonies. So yes, and a lot of times what they'll do is they'll come out and rest. It's called hauling out, where they just want to rest on the beaches. And that's a perfect opportunity for, if you wanted to take safe pictures from them from a distance, but also to alert everyone in, whether it's in us here or the National Aquarium in Maryland, to alert us, to let us know so we can look after them to make sure that they're just resting and that there's no injuries, that they're not, and a lot of times, so the sense of smell is really, really strong with these seals, and a lot of times the pups will haul out on the beach and the mother's just off in the water. She's just a few, meters away. So that sense of smell, if a human comes along and decides that they are going to get in between that can disrupt that smell that the mother has, that bond that it has with the pup. So
talk a little bit about what you brought here. They give two different skulls, obviously.
Yeah, these are, it's a study in contrast, obviously. So these are our gray seals. These are our big guys and gals out there. And we often take these out. So what we'll do is, a lot of times for these s'more seals discussions, it's an open discussion. We have some things that we'll talk about, but we really like to hear from the public as to what they are interested in, what they want to know about. But we'll often take these out to show them just kind of some of the various aspects that evolutionarily have made the seals so unique, including the angle of their eyes, so that they're deep divers. So that you can see that their eye sockets are kind of facing upward, which allows them, when they go for those deep dives, to keep tabs on any predation that's happening above them. So these are the gray, and then we also have our harbor seals too, just a little bit smaller. But what's really interesting about these is, talking about their eyes, because they're deep divers, their eye sockets are twice our size, but yet their skull is half of our size. So those eyes take up a sizable amount of their skull, and it gives them that radar to be able to see everything around them, and various other characteristics that they have. So they also have vibrissae, which are my favorite part of them. So vibrissae are the whiskers. They're the most whiskered animal in the animal kingdom, 160-ish. But each whisker, they can operate independently, and at the end of each whisker, it has about as many sensors as a fingertip. Wow. So imagine having like 160 fingertips that can detect all these subtle vibrations in the water, detect prey. So they're just endlessly fascinating. Those are just some of the things that we'll talk about.
All right, and we've talked about the S'more Seals event, and you have more coming up.
Yes, so the next one coming up will be on Valentine's Day. It'll be at Grain on the Rocks. It's right at the Lewis Ferry Terminal there. We sit outside by a fire pit. We make some s'mores out there. There's also drinks and food available. And we sit right by the water, right where they're resting, and say hi to them.
Wonderful. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Come on out.
Rector with the MERR Institute. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.